Hey guys, welcome to another episode. We've got stacks to get through, so let's get straight into it. No finals legendary pack for me. I didn't bust my gut to get to the top level of the collector score to get it for a $799 pack. Just didn't seem to make sense to me. I just decided to observe, watch, study for you guys, let the water go under the bridge, and report some of this stuff to you. I did, however, get the Series 2 release 4 playoff pack, so I got a finals moment. I got a Chris Paul. I got a Devin Booker, then I went out and got a Chris Paul because I'm holding a Suns bag, so essentially I might as well do the Suns Common Challenge when that comes out. More on that later. But this finals moment from Giannis caused a bit of a stir because the number 34 got flipped pretty quickly. The number 34 jersey number legendary moment sold for $4,750. 11 minutes later, it was sold again for $9,999, making the first owner look a little bit silly for selling too soon. And I did say it in the last video, don't sell if you intend to in the first couple of hours. Figure out what your market value is worth. The current floor for that moment is $4,325. So selling a jersey number for $4.5 doesn't really make sense. To put that into perspective, the number one is listed at $30,000. I'm not saying it's worth $30,000, but they definitely didn't undersell themselves for what they got in that pack. The jersey number being near enough as valuable as the number one serial number. So that caused a bit of a stir on Twitter when that happened. And Lib23, who is astute enough to buy it at that price and then turn it over for $5,000 more. I mean, wow. There are 3 challenges currently online. One being the legendary for the Chris Paul, and one the MGLE for Damian Lillard, and the NBA Finals Common Challenge 1 for Giannis, which has been touted to have the best thumbnail so far. Giannis holding the MVP trophy, pretty sick. So far, 33 people have completed the Chris Paul Legendary Challenge, and his moment looks a bit like this. It's the one where he stops on a dime, draws a foul on Giannis, and gets 2 points plus 1. I actually think his common moment is actually better from the NBA Finals, where he turns over and hits a really tough jump shot over Giannis. I actually think that's a better moment. More impressive, less sneaky, but that's just me. And just one more point on the legendary moments. I believe these are relatively undervalued, some of these legendaries, considering what they are. So if I tried to look at the cheapest legendary moments ever sold, and I was looking on moment ranks, and the cheapest I could find was $599, a Malcolm Brogdon Series 2 Holo Icon. The reason that's significant is Jay Crowder, NBA Finals legendary moment, sold for $549, which is possibly, unless I'm mistaken, and there's a better way to look this up, the cheapest legendary moment ever sold on the platform. I'd love to be proven wrong. Let me know in the comments if you find a cheaper legendary moment that has been sold. I'm sure I'm wrong about this, but if I'm not, it's an interesting point. Another notable is that we all expected Cam Johnson to be in the NBA Finals packs, but he wasn't. It was the one where he dunked on PJ Tucker. The play was challenged by the Bucks unsuccessfully, and then Cam Johnson went to the line for an and one. We can only assume that one of their partners had a slight issue with the moment being included, even though, as fans, we all loved it. This is Damian Lillard's reward moment for the MGLE challenge. He basically shakes and bakes RJ Barrett in a 39-point performance back in January against the Knicks. So far, 119 people have completed this one, so it's going to be very, very rare by the time it comes out. For the NBA Finals Common Challenge number 1 for Giannis, and that amazing thumbnail, it will cost $224 if you're starting from scratch today to complete that challenge. You need all of the non-reward Bucks moments to complete it. And this is the reward that you get. You get this Giannis moment where he dunks really cool with the left hand. The Common Challenge 2 is going to be for the Suns, and it's going to be this moment from the Phoenix. And it's going to be this moment where there's a hugely long play where Phoenix pass it, everyone gets a touch, it goes round one way, round the back, still goes, and then eventually, I'm still waiting for it, there's a pass and a dunk, lay into Ayton. So that's the reward moment for number 2. I am doing this challenge basically because I made a bet very early in the playoffs on the Phoenix Suns. I identified them as the healthiest team. I'm not really sad about it. No one was betting on the Bucks, even like during the NBA Finals, until they won Game 4 and then people started saying Bucks in 6. But maybe when they were winning Game 3 and the guy ripped his shirt off. Anyway, Bucks in 6. So I'm not really mad about that bet. It's one I played. I'm holding a Suns bag, so I'm going to do the Suns challenge for the final reward moment, and that will be it. that will be the end of Series 2 for me after all of these challenges. In other news, I do recommend you register for the First Mint Fest. There is a lot on the bill. It's free, and there's going to be an interview with Roman from LG Do Set, and there's going to be a really cool unofficial Top Shot Awards, one of which I'll present on the day. So look out for that. It's happening this week. It's free. Register. There's all sorts of cool NFT stuff to learn from what I can see. We've also had a couple of new blogs from NBA Top Shot. The first from The Economist regarding utility and snapshots. We saw 8 fans get sent to Game 5 of the Phoenix Suns game versus the Bucks in the finals, which is really cool. And then well before we were ready, we saw people get sent to the NBA draft, and they got to have dinner with draftees and play one-on-one with Obi Toppin and do all sorts of really cool stuff. They also outlined the on-platform snapshot, which they distributed the LaMelo Ball MGLE moments to 499 collectors who are holding rookie moments. They hear calls for a formal staking process, and they have taken steps to snapshot-based utility that requires no action from the collector other than holding key moments at the right time. This continually will allow them to reward collectors through customized experience and airdrops based on the collections that they have in their back pocket. After Russell Westbrook got traded to the Lakers, we also had this blog analyzes the way the market reacted to the news in Russell Westbrook's Top Shot moments. And this is something that we've done on YouTube for quite a while now, in that we see the knee-jerk reactions of the marketplace towards these sort of moments. Example, the same thing happened when LaMarcus Aldridge retired. You'd see his moment have 1 or 2 transactions a day. He would announce his retirement, and then all of a sudden there'd be 50 transactions. So what happens then? People are buying the floor. And then what happens? People are also selling off those moments. And then it starts the undercutting. What tend to happen from start to finish is they end up basically at the same place. The same thing happened with Russell Westbrook. He saw a bit of a pump, and then he came back down again as people realized what was happening. This blog outlines the transaction fluctuation by outlining there were 100 to 150 transactions per day, and then the news happened and there were nearly 400. For getting traded the other way, even Kuzma had double the amount of transactions. So clearly NBA news has a direct implication on the marketplace and the knee-jerk reaction of collectors and holders of certain moments that are affected. As for, do we ever see these values raise and then hold? Well, we have seen it with the collector score team bonus bottlenecks and so on. Other than that, recently, they tend to end up exactly where they started. We also had an office hours yesterday, so we're going to go over some of the notes here. Regarding Series 2 and Series 2 Summer, we're looking at mid to late August for Series 2 Summer to start, with a number of fun surprises that they will keep us in store for. Series 2 Summer will be distinctly different from Series 2. Set bonuses will not be shared across those two series. Series 2 moments will be retired soon. Sometimes moments don't make it into sets. We're working with many stakeholders to ensure we're meeting expectations requirements across the board. This is in response to certain moments not being available in the NBA Finals set. This is in response to many questions which stated that a certain moment that they wanted wasn't quite in the NBA Finals set. It seemed that they tried, but obviously one of the stakeholders and the brand didn't quite feel comfortable with it, so it didn't make it. Features and activations. Onboarding and acclimating new collectors is a priority as a long-term market stability strategy. Baller status is less prominently featured now, not to overwhelm collectors with too many metrics. The focus is obviously now on collector score because it's a live reading, and baller status, while those achievements can be met and still added, they don't ever go away. So you can achieve something, sell all the moments, but that'll stay there as an achievement, whereas collector score, if you sell all your moments, it's a live reading, therefore you won't have the score for the moments that you no longer have. Moving forward, it's not dead, but collector score is the main focus moving on. Utility is a top priority as we move forward into the next season. Bigger prize pools, exclusive chat rooms, continuing challenges and quests. Additional utility by way of real-world experiences and physical merch, like the signed Quavo jerseys, will be ongoing as we move forward. The Cool Cats Master Challenge holders will soon have their own space in our Discord as a part of Community Tool Revamping Initiative. Our third-party partners are testing the integration, and that is what they are waiting on, the third party. Series 3 will have a roadmap that will clearly identify and allow us to strategize based on that roadmap. It won't tell us specific dates of things, but it will give us a range of dates and goals that we can strategize towards, and there'll be a cap on players, or at least a range in which they can only have a certain amount of moments. This will address some concerns where some players have a lot more moments than others. Rebound packs are not dead, but having said that, the playoff pack release 4 acted as a rebound pack, considering the collector score requirements for the Q1. So everyone who was 13,000 collector score was guaranteed a pack. Out of 40,000 packs, I believe 32 went towards the second Q, and the highest Q number I saw was around about the 60,000 mark. And finally, there's a really really cool third-party tool from LiveToken. It's bidding. We've heard the community ask for it, and LiveToken has built it. Now, this is important because LiveToken actually implemented the live collector score on their site before Top Shot did it on their own site, which means they listened, they observed, and if this works as well, there's no reason why they wouldn't implement it on the site if it's something that's valuable and improves our collector experience. So how does it work? Well, if you go to LiveToken and you've linked your account, you can go to listings and LiveToken auctions. You can see all of the moments that have been listed for bidding. So you can simply open the moment and place a bid. Now, you do have to have a collector score of 3,000 to be able to do this. It's set high right now while it's being tested, and then it will get lowered later. Some of the FAQs, why was it created? It was one of the most requested services by the Top Shot community. So he just went and built it, obviously. How does bidding work? It actually works just like eBay. So it uses a proxy bidding system, which bidders submit the maximum bid they're willing to spend on a moment. And the system will bid on the collector's behalf the lowest amount to maintain the lead on bidding for that moment, but only up to their maximum amount. Bidders can raise the maximum bids at any time and place higher bids and they're outbid. But unlike eBay, sniping is prevented on LiveToken because auctions automatically extend whenever a bid is submitted with less than 1 minute left. I used to do that on eBay all the time, actually. Just log in with 20 seconds left, go bang, bib, before anyone else could do anything about it. So that's really cool, actually. They can have a counter bid, and that's good for the seller because you might get a bit of activity. How do you pay for the moments that you win, and how do you receive the moments that you win? Well, LiveToken is a matchmaker between sellers and bidders and doesn't handle the payment nor transfer of the moment. Instead, the winning bidder pays the seller via PayPal or however the two parties want to, and then the seller uses the Top Shot gifting feature to transfer the moment to the winner. When an auction concludes, LiveToken sends both parties an email that shares each party's email address so they can arrange payment and delivery. Because gifting is used for delivery, only sellers who have a Top Shot gifting privileges will be able to post auctions. So let's just say I wanted to list this Jordan Clarkson here. It gives you some ticks that you're eligible to do so. Click next. Then you can pick your type of auction: 5-minute flash auction, 1, 3, 5, 7, or 10-day auction. So let's just say I'll punch in a 3-day. Select your payment methods that you prefer. Select your starting bid. So I'm just going to say, let's say $20. No one's going to pay this. Note from seller, just kidding. Ha ha. Post, then it gives you a slight pop-up. By clicking agree, you agree to post in a 3-day auction for $20. Use email to coordinate payment via PayPal. Cover the seller's fees that may be deducted when using PayPal. Send the moment to the highest bidder via Top Shot's giving mechanism once they make payment. Click I agree, and success. Auction is posted. And that's it. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think it's a really great tool. It'll be very interesting to get the feedback of the community and see where this goes with LiveToken and possibly Top Shot in the future. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you got value out of this video. It's good to see your smiling faces. If you did, please consider giving this video a like and or subscribing. It really helps the channel out and keeps the wife off the back. I haven't said that for a while. She's been good. She's very supportive. Anyway, I hope to see your smiling faces in the very near future. It's a really big week. I've got some special videos for you, so do hit that subscribe button. I promise the next 1 or 2 videos are going to be really cool. See you in the next video.